Alright, it's finally Christmas time in Destiny. Well, at least it's Christmas as far as the Dawning is concerned, and in the spirit of giving, Bungie is definitely giving away the event weapons this year. We've never had this much loot dropped on us before. We're even getting the Arms Week weapon to drop when it probably shouldn't be. Bungie really said, let there be loot, because this year, the Dawning is bringing us all the Christmas themed loot and cosmetics once again through both the rewards track and the Eververse store. But this time, the event might actually be worth completing, and here's why. Unlike all the other events since Edge of Fate, Bungie has actually done right by the players. The loot is easy to get, the weapons have some pretty decent rolls, and Bungie has even made it so the rewards track is worthwhile, but more on that in a bit. This Dawning is going to be an opportunity to upgrade existing rolls of Mistral Lift from the old drops to tiered drops. Plus, if I'm not wrong, it's the second burst linear since Edge of Fate, and since it's Void, it'll give us a ton of Void synergy options. Plus, you've got both of the new weapons from the Dawning, so there's a couple good things to grind for. Now today, I'm going to focus on what's important in this event. What's worth doing, how to grind the event efficiently, and what's worth looking out for. And if you've got any tips yourself, let me and everyone else know in the comments. Now let's get into it. As always, when you load in, you're met with the usual event banner, giving you a teaser of what you can get from the Dawning and telling you to head to Eva in the tower. When you chat her up, she'll give you the event introductory questline, which essentially teaches you how to bake and how to earn materials. The TLDR is do any activity in the game to earn materials and use the event oven in the event pass to bake cookies. You can also find this in your inventory if you're struggling to find it in the event pass. Something the game doesn't make very obvious is that masterworking your event oven decreases the cost of baking. This is super important because it will save you a ton of materials in the long run, allowing you to bake heaps more cookies. Coming back to the quest, the first step will direct you to the oven itself. You'll only have the option to make Gajala Doodles, which are specifically for Zavala, and in doing so, the quest will update telling you to deliver them to him. Run over and hand in the cookies and then run back to Eva to claim some Dawning Spirit. This is one of the seasonal event currencies that you can earn from either giving out cookies or just playing activities. Now, Dawning Spirit is used to purchase any of the upgrades from Eva. If you've played this event before, don't forget to equip the Dawning ship from many years ago. This will help you earn Dawning Spirit much faster, especially after purchasing all of the upgrades. Dawning Spirit can be used to earn a random weapon from Eva for 50 Dawning Spirit, which seems a bit steep, but with how abundant the event drops are this year, this is just going to be a nice way to spend your materials at the end of the event. Now back to the quest. After purchasing any upgrade, you'll have to go and play the new Crucible match at least once. The game mode was pretty fun. It's like Team Scorch, where every other player has a Scorch cannon, only instead of fire, it's ice. You have infinite ammo, so don't be afraid to just constantly throw your snowballs. Your supercharge is decently fast as well, but just know that the animation for the super is a bit slower than the regular snowball, and the trajectory of the actual projectile from your super is a little bit straighter and higher than a snowball. So you will overshoot it a little bit as you get used to it. Win or lose, you will progress the quest, which tells you to claim your first reward from the event track, and then head back to Eva to complete it. Now, unlike previous events, the rewards pass is actually going to be worth finishing this time around. Not only are the drops from the rewards pass tier 5 this time around, giving you a guaranteed tier 5 holofoil weapon, there's also 2 iridescent engrams, one at rank 16 and one at rank 27. These are guaranteed to give you a silver only Eververse item that you don't own. So Bungie, well played. Upon completion, you will be given another quest, which wants you to bake cookies for a set of new NPCs since last Dawning. Each character has its own favourite cookie with its own set of ingredients, so you will have to hover over the cookie to find out what's required. If at any point you don't know how to get a certain material for a cookie, you can go to the ingredients list in the holiday oven and hover over the specific item you are unsure of. The game will tell you exactly how to earn the material, and it's just a random drop. The Ionian Dean wants Dark Matter Drizzlers, which requires Ether Cane and Dark Frosting. So you will need to kill fallen enemies for Ether Cane and get kills with Strand or Stasis for Dark Frosting. The snowballs in the Crucible count as stasis damage, so you might have already got some of this material. And after earning the materials needed to bake the cookie for the Dean, head over to Caldera either via patrol or through the Solo Ops Caldera mission and just chat with him to progress the quest. The next cookie to bake will be Archie. You'll need materials from Scorn and balanced flavors, which is bows, snipers, scouts, and pulse rifles. Scorn are a bit of a hassle to farm. My best suggestion is visit the Dreaming City and complete the Bay of Drowned Wishes Lost Sector. Use Trinity Ghoul or any other weapon that matches the balanced flavor, and in one run you'll get all the materials you need. So go back to the oven, craft the cookie, and head over to the annex in the tower to deliver the cookie to Archie. Take this opportunity to masterwork your holiday oven if you've baked every other cookie as well. This will reduce the Dawning Essence cost of baking cookies, which is insanely helpful in the long run. If you're a new player and have never completed the Dawning before, you will need to bake one of every cookie before you're able to masterwork. So after delivering the cookie to Archie, head back to Eva to complete all the quest lines available for this event. Now let's get into the good stuff, the loot. We've got 3 new weapons with the Dawning: Mistral Lift, which is a returning Void 3-round linear fusion, Fimble Winter Stitch, which is an arc precision sidearm, and Permafrost, a stasis waveframe grenade launcher. All 3 of these can be earned as soon as you start playing the event. These aren't tied to quest progress, and they can drop at the end of any activity that has a distorted Dawning Engram as a reward. Any activity in the portal can have the Dawning Engram as a bonus drop, so regularly check each activity type, either solo, fireteam, pinnacle, arena, or crucible, to see which mission has bonus drops active. It seems the distorted engrams are like the bonus focus drops. They're active on a specific mission for the entire day, and then rotate to another mission at the start of the next day. Keep your eyes out for the bonus engram active on Nightmare of Golron in the Pinnacle Ops playlist. With the right strategy and team composition, Nightmare of Golron can be completed in 5 to 7 minutes solo or faster, and will reward 2 event engrams on top of the 2 regular engrams. This is going to be great for power leveling and grinding event gear. The event weapons will also drop 1 tier higher than your current limit, so I think if you're level 350, it's possible to get tier 5s to drop. Now in the rewards shop, where you're able to purchase event gear for tokens, the drops are also not capped at tier 4. You're able to earn tier 5 rolls by buying them, which finally gives us a legitimate use for our event tokens. Now, there are a couple of ways to earn Dawning Essence quickly. Saving the Shattered Throne boss checkpoint and fighting only the boss of the dungeon will give you roughly 15 Dawning Essence. You can also use the throwaway just before the boss fight to complete the Heirloom Crossbow Catalyst. Don't really know why these guys are counting, but you may as well use it while you can. Saving and using the checkpoint from the final Renegades campaign mission on normal will give you 20 Dawning Essence and 40 on legendary. You can also do exactly the same thing with the Lightfall First Contact mission, which has been used in the past to earn a ton of Dawning Essence. The last thing that I wanted to help with for the event was earning the title. There are always a bunch of triumphs related to snowball kills, and every year it's been more efficient to not buy the snowball upgrades until after you have completed these triumphs. So just keep that in mind before you start buying upgrades. It might be better to focus on completing these triumphs first. Outside of that, you should be able to complete the event seal by just playing the Crucible mode and playing regular portal activities. Now let's talk about the weapons. I also mentioned at the start that players are getting the Arms Weak weapon, the new, better mountaintop called Gizmo Weft. It's a strand micro missile grenade launcher, and it's got some really interesting perk options for a special grenade launcher. But it seems like this is a very rare drop from any activity, just like Submersion was during the Edge of Fate period. Don't worry about farming it for now. If you get lucky, you might get a good roll. Otherwise, just wait till we have an event later in the year that allows us to focus for Gizmo. Moving on to the Dawning weapons. Mistral Lift is returning to us with a slightly different perk pool this year. There are some decent perks all around for both Void Synergy and Raw DPS. The notable perks in the left column are Reconstruction, Overflow, Envious Arsenal, and Withering Gaze. Though I honestly think the best options in the left column are Reconstruction or Overflow, and possibly Withering Gaze, if you want to have a debuff and a DPS roll. And in the right column, we have Bait and Switch, Precision Instrument, Rewind rounds, and Destabilizing rounds for the Void Synergy, as well as Reservoir Burst. But I think the best option for straight DPS will be any of the left column perks that I've mentioned with Bait and Switch. Reservoir Burst with Reconstruction could be a fun option for strikes and most portal activities, but you will only have the bonus damage for half the magazine, unlike Bait and Switch, which is a bigger damage boost and not tied to a specific portion of the magazine. Fimbulwinter Stitch has honestly surprised me. I'm not a massive fan of precision-based sidearms, and the stat package on event weapons are usually much worse than regular weapons, because Bungie doesn't want to introduce FOMO. But this sidearm feels pretty good in PvP, and the perk pool is good too. In the left, almost everything is worth mentioning. We have Rapid Hit, Trickle Charge, Rangefinder, Loose Change, Supercharged Magazine, and Lone Wolf. In the right column, again, almost everything is going to be worth playing with on this sidearm, because we've got Kill Clip, Jolting Feedback, as well as Volt Shot, Rolling Storm, Collective Action, Precision Instrument, and Redirection. So there's heaps of options for both PvE and PvP. Rapid Hit feels almost necessary for PvE though. It's fairly stable already, but that boost to stability, and more specifically the reload, feels fantastic. Plus, if you're going with something like Volt Shot, which requires a reload, it helps trigger the effect sooner. Now lastly, we've got Permafrost, the new stasis waveframe grenade launcher. Now before looking at the perks, I just thought to myself, another waveframe, who cares? But after taking a look at the roles, I really want to get my hands on a few of them to try them out. In the left, the most notable perks that I want to try are Attrition Orbs, Impromptu Ammunition, Demolitionist, and Rhyme Stealer. And in the right column, we've got Crystalline Corpse Bloom, One for All, Reaper's Tithe, and Adrenaline Junkie. Honestly, Rhyme Stealer plus any Stasis Shard build is going to be really strong, and now that we have a tiered waveframe grenade launcher, we can use it in avant-garde content as well. So we'll have to see if the community finds any other interesting combos to go along with this grenade launcher, and I'll just leave it at that. So that's all the important bits of info I wanted to share for this event. There's definitely some new loot worth grinding for, so good luck getting those rolls that you want, and as always, have a wonderful rest of your day.